Hello friends, welcome and welcome back to 8 Moon Phases. My name is Chivis and today we're going to be trying mosaic slash tapestry crochet for the first time. I still don't understand quite the difference between them. However, in working through some things, I was experimenting with creating pixel art. I downloaded two apps, Pixel Studio, I believe it's called, and then Pixel Art. They are Android apps. I don't know if they're specifically for Android. They may be available for Apple as well. However, I do have an Android tablet. It's a Samsung one. So this is what I'm going to be working with. I have my yarns already. I'm not going to be using the blue specifically that I have there. I decided to go for a lighter green. So I'm going to be using this one. Well, it's like an turquoise. And then I'm going to be using this one for the shadow, which is this part right here. It's very, very small. This little part right here. And then I'm also going to be using the two different oranges. I have this one and this one. It's the what I found that was a little bit more closer to the colors that I was going to be using. And then I also have black and I also have white. So let's see how we do. Before we get started, if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Enable a notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time that I upload a video. And if at any point throughout this video you like what you see, make sure that you click that like button. It helps a lot and it's free. So for this particular project, I am going to be using the Premiere Basics DK. It's yarn that I have, yarn that I like. However, if it turns out how I'm hoping it does, I already created another image. So I use this image as a reference. I love the moon, obviously. And this is a picture that I took a while back. And I went about trying to create something that looks similar to it. So I will be working on this one. However, it is about 4 times bigger than what this particular one is supposed to look like. So we'll see how it turns out. This one is 30. So I'm going to start chaining by chaining 31. And then I'm going to work backwards in half double crochets. And then we'll have our first row. Then from there, we'll bit up. That's where the second row is where we start changing color. It's a little bit tricky because I do have a few changes in color throughout, but we'll see how it works. Let's get started. So again, we're starting with 30. This is my design. If you guys are interested, I can definitely edit so you guys can have it. I'll probably be making more if it turns out. It's the first time that I'm doing mosaic slash tapestry crochet. So we'll see how it works out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 28, 29, 30, and then our 31. We're gonna work back. I am gonna be working in the back bump, just so the bottom looks a little bit better. For the top, I do plan on adding like a little rod as a hanger. So I'll probably be adding an extra row from what the graph says, but we'll see as we go. All right, I'm gonna work back now and making all of my half double crochets. I should have 30 at the end. So let's keep going. Alrighty, we have completed our first row. I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to turn back. This is where we start changing colors. So I have to do 4 of this regular color, and then I have to switch to do 2 of this color, and then we have to add the black. So that should be fun. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. So we have 1, 2, 3. And then on the last one, I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to finish it, and I'm not going to cut my yarn. I am going to add the darker. Where is the edge of this? Here it is. I see it. I see it. I see it. Right here. So I am going to add it here. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have to do 1, 2. And again, I'm carrying the yarn. Oh, I should have carried this one too. Let me undo these. I should be carrying. Ooh, no. Okay. Both of these. Well, this one I'm just weaving in the tail for this shorter one. But this one I am going to carry with me to start up again at the other end. So we go 1. There we are. 1. And again, I'm not going to finish this one. And now I have to add on the black. Here it is. I'm going to add it on here to finish off this one. And that one's just 1. That one's just 1. Here. Okay. So now I'm going to, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, just kidding. It's 4 blacks. So 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. On that one, I'm not gonna cast off. I mean, not gonna finish it. If you notice, I have the three hoops on my hook. And I'm gonna switch over to this dark one. This one is 1 because it's the in between the leg shadow. So we're gonna go ahead and do whoopsies. No. Oh, finish that one off. Oh, carry the black over. I have a feeling I may have to frog a lot of this as I go because I'm still trying to get the hang of it. And that's okay. That's why I picked a simple project to begin with. I don't know how simple it's going to be, but you know, we're going to figure it out. We're going to do that, and then we're going to finish off with the black here. And then we have 3 blacks, so I have 1 here, 1, 2, and 3. We don't finish it off, then we have 2 of this darker one. 2 of this darker one, which is our shadow. Finish off that black. Pull our yarns. Make sure they're not too loose. And then we have, come on. We have 1 and 2. Halfway there. I'm going to grab the black. Finish it off with the black. Pull everything tight, but not too super tight. Then we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the 6th one we're not going to finish. We're going to switch off with the dark green or the dark, I don't know what color that is. Blue green. It's not turquoise, I think. I don't know. But here we are. Now we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 of this darker one. So we pull through. We pull our green. 1, 2, 3, And then our fourth one, we're not going to finish off, and then we're going to need our light one. Pull through, and that will end in 4 light green or light turquoise. One, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. So far, so good. We have 30. All right. The end of our second row. You guys are looking at the right side. I'm looking at the wrong side. Now, so far, so good. We have to do a little bit of adjusting because we can still see some of these yarns that I don't want to be able to see, but they're there. I may frog it and redo it simply because there's a few pieces that are bothering me. And I don't want to add more and then continue and then having to frog it all the way back. So let me frog that row. The first row is fine. I'm just going to frog the second row and redo the colors, and then I'll be right back and show it to you guys. And then we'll continue with the remaining rows. Alrighty, so we just started row number 3. This is how it's looking so far. I know, it looks a mess, but it's looking how it's supposed to, I hope. So now I'm going to be adding the light one and the dark orange. That should be very fun. That should be very fun. However, the dark orange, at least for the first 3 rows of the dark orange, we can leave it on one side. It doesn't carry through the whole pattern, so we should be able to just leave it on one end. And this is the last row. 1, 2, 3. No, we have one more row of this dark teal, I guess. So we should be able to cut that one off soon. So let me go ahead and add this light orange. Trying to see which one the right side is. So this is 1, 2, we're on the right side. Right. So we're gonna add it here. Oh no, we also have to add the white. Wow, so this is a row where we're adding all of the colors. All of the colors are being added, and we are going to add it here, and we're not going to finish this one because we also have to add in the white. Yay. So there's 1 orange and all right, pull this one, let's pull this one. 3, 4, 5 white. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Huh. I'm not really liking how this looks, but we'll figure it out. 4, 5, and then we're gonna switch to 2 blacks. As you guys can see, I have a tangle of yarns. That is the best part of all of this. It is a tangle of yarns, but it's all right. So we have, just making sure that I'm getting all of the yarns. 1, 2, and then back to the white here. Okay. And we're going to do 3 whites.
a few moments later.
That I'm pulling these tight-ish. We have one black, and then we're gonna do, ooh, this is where the dark orange comes in. Look at all these. Look at all this. This is fun. All right, let me get the dark one, which I should be able to grab from here somewhere. Are you it? No, you are not it. Yeah, let me find this edge and then I will bring you guys back. All right, we have it here. We're gonna grab our mess here and we're going to add our dark orange like this. I just thought of a new one, a new mosaic one that I want to make for my nephew. But all right, but we have one dark orange. Just making sure that I have all of these tight-ish. And then we're going to go back to white here. We need 3 white. 1. Just make sure I tighten all of these. 2. And 3. Oh, this is a little bit tighter. There we go. 3, and then back to black. Right here. Go through. Pull this a little just to tighten it. I'm not going to carry, I'm only going to carry these 2 so far. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to leave all of the other behind. I'm just going to carry the blacks. And leave the oranges, and we'll figure those out as we go. All right, I need 1 black. So all of these I want to stay behind. All of these, all of these. All right, we have, here we go. You guys are seeing this real time. Trying to figure this out. All right. Oops, I wasn't supposed to finish that one. Let's try it again. The black. Got this dark orange stuck in here. All right, there we go. Black, blues. So we're going to do here. Okay. Then we're going to do 1 dark blue. I'm going to leave the black behind as well. Now I'm just going to carry the light blue. All right. Dark blue through. Carry, do 1 dark blue here. Okay. And then we're going to go with a light blue. Pull through. And then we're going to finish off with 4 light blues. 1, 2, and whoops, 3, and 4. Okay. Well, we still have the same number of stitches, which is great. This is what we're looking like so far. This is the front side. The back side looks a little bit. We're not going to talk about that. But all right, I'm going to continue and then I'll bring you guys once I'm about halfway through so you guys can see how it's progressing. I'm currently on row 5 and it looks decent. However, if you notice, I'm having tension issues in these areas. The rows going the right side are fairly simple. The ones where I have to turn around and work on like keeping the back side. I don't know how I let me try that again. Um so the rows where I'm facing the right side, which are the rows going that way, are easier than when I have to flip and go this way because I'm trying to keep all the back yarns on my side and I'm used to having them on the opposite side, which makes it a little bit more difficult. And I just want to make sure that I keep like all of these imperfections on the back side, on the wrong side, and not where I'm able to see them. So it looks clean-ish. However, I do have this light like starting to warp in. So what I'm gonna do is frog all of this up to row number 1 and start again. This would be the third or fourth time that I do it, but um, I like for things to look okay. So I'm gonna try it again. And this again, I just finished row number 5. I was starting row 6, but I only have the background color on it. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way so it doesn't warp this way. I'm trying to see where I'm pulling a little bit too much. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna frog all of this and I'm gonna start again. I'll see you guys when I'm caught up or a little bit further. Alrighty, so we are back to row 5. It's looking a little bit better. The warp isn't as bad. So I just have to be very conscious with my tension. I was thinking of cutting and adding or joining the colors as I go, but I don't want to weave that many ends in. So I'm going to continue like this. There's still a few areas that I don't like how they look, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. For the most part, it looks okay. So I'm going to continue going. Again, this is the front side. This is how the back is looking. I'm trying not to carry the yarns if I don't need them, and I've already finished 2 of them. I finished the dark shadow area and the whites. So far, we do have a little bit of white up higher on row 13, but we're just on row 5. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and continue going. I just need to keep in mind not to pull as much on the yarns so we don't get that tension or that scrunching up. But so far it's looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and continue going. I'm gonna try to do 5-ish more rounds. It's a good about 30 rounds. So I think it's a little bit taller than it is wider, and it's 30 stitches wide. So we still have a ways to go. I'm gonna go ahead and continue going. I'm gonna try to get at least 10 or 15, and then I will bring you guys back so you guys can see how it's going. Alrighty, let me show you guys an update of how we're looking. This is where we are so far. We are about halfway through. Yeah. It looks all right. I'm not entirely happy with it. There's a few things here and there, but I know that's also just me. Me and my expecting everything to look perfect. But I think it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I've been marking my rows. I've had to frog here and there simply because there's just some things that haven't stayed or haven't, like, I had to just frog up the last 2 rows, I believe, because I had missed a few stitches. So I had to go back and fix that. But other than that, I think it looks all right. I think it looks all right. It looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep going, finish it off. I need, yeah, about 2 more rows of the white, and then I'll be at the face. So here's how we're going. I have no idea how long I've been doing this. I did have a break. I had something to eat, and now I'm gonna continue. All right, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to an update. So the last update that I gave you guys, I was, I believe, a little bit more than halfway through and I was working in half double crochets. However, I didn't like how it was looking. I did not like how it was looking, so I decided to frog the whole thing and start over. And I did. I started over, and here is where we currently are. Yes, I still have yarns attached because I still need 4 more rows to finish, but I switched to single crochet, and I like how it looks a lot better. Now, am I 100% happy with it? No. Do I feel like frogging the whole thing and starting over? Possibly. Am I going to do it? Absolutely not. Because I kid you not, I've frogged this project over 6 times. And even then I have to go back and frog like half a row or a little bit when I miss a stitch or whatever. But this is where we currently are. We're 4 rows away from finishing, and then I'm going to add an extra row to add like a little dowel, just so they can have a hanging piece to it. And yeah, this is how it looks. I love it. 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 Again, it's not 100% perfect. It's not 100% to my liking because there's a few things here and there that I can see. However, I keep telling myself that it is the first one that I've made. It is the first one, and I can only get better. So here we are. What do you guys think? All right, let me go ahead and finish it off, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. It is done. I am going to block it. There's a few areas where it's a little bit lumpy. But here we are. Yes, there's still some threads that I need to cut off. They're already, I carried them. So maybe just like sew them in a little bit and then cut it off, cut the remaining threads off. But here's what it looks like. What do y'all think? If you guys have any tips, again, it is my first one. I'm okay with it. I like how it looks. I would like it to be more flat, so I am going to block it. I would like it to be a little bit more even. I know it is a tension issue. I know a lot of it is having to do with tension. But overall, I am quite satisfied of how it turned out. For it to be my first one, and it is my design. Again, I designed it. I created it on my tablet. So I'm super happy. Super happy. What do y'all think? Again, if you guys have any tips, please leave them down below. This is all for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Enable that notification bell. That way you guys will be notified every time that I upload a video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.